You ever get the impression that you're kind of sickeningly nice?
What do you mean?
All those guys you leave on the ground behind you, you know they get back up. Can you imagine the number of pissed off people who only want to get back at you?
I don't see the point in killing when you don't have to. You're living proof.
I guess I should shut up, right? And all that serum lost. Heroes.
I wanted to know... You know Shadowlair by heart, right?
I was born there, but I didn't always live there. Bounty hunters tend to get around a bit. But I've been back for a while. So, yeah, I guess I know the place better than you. It's a big pile of shit with gutless wonders living in it and run by head cases. A charming little spot, my favorite. If you want, just ask me when we're in the neighborhood. I'll tell you what you want to know.
Why not? I may find out some stuff from you, and at least you'll make me laugh. I wanted to know... How'd you become a bounty hunter?
It's a long story, but basically I didn't have much choice. I was living in Shadowlair at the time, had some problems, had to get out. I started working for a guy, a real bastard, to be honest. But he respected me and vice versa. One day he got shot and they tried to make me take the fall. I didn't have a choice. I had to go find the guys. That's how I started.
I wanted to know... Can you tell me more about this neighborhood?
You know this place. I don't really know what to say. There's Charity's Bar, and that's where you're sleeping. This is the poor part of town. Got lots of mutants, but there's worse. Just go to the slums. But I gotta admit, it's got character, and you can lose a tail easy here.
What do you know about the guy who hired you?
Another guy with a ridiculous name. Generosity, I think. Yeah, right. He looks as generous as a good kick in the ass. And he comes across all lit up, too, like a war windmill. They said he's pretty high up in the source. Probably didn't make the decision on his own, like always with these inbreeds. You can bet the whole guild wants your head. And the bounty was high. Real sad.
What do you regret? The bounty? Or the fact that my head's still on my shoulders?
The bounty? Nice amount of cash, you know. They must have kept it somewhere for when I showed back up. If we could get our hands on it...
I don't see how you expect to stumble across it, unless you want to go straight to the source.
No thanks. I saw enough guys with batteries shoved up their ass for a lifetime, I think.
What do you think about the Resistance?
Dreamers completely disconnected from the real world. People who are doing everything to change the world but don't understand they might just destroy it. Figure they're dangerous in their way. Bunch of freaks who think they know the real truth. Fucking extremists that gotta be real bitter because they weren't born with power.
What do you think of Honor Grant?
Our national hero? Want my opinion? I can't say I really know him, but the idea that if he could have taken over at the top from his buddy, he'd have done it. That guy can pretend he's as straight as an arrow, the paragon of virtue and all that shit. But he's just like everyone else. He just wants power.
There's something else I want to... Come on, follow me. I need your help.
No way, I'm with you.
So you on the same side, then?
Roy kicked my ass, and you know me. Only thing I could do was offer my services to pay off my debt.
And above all, have a chance of surviving after fucking up your contract for the technomancers.
True.
I suppose I should thank you, Roy. That scum would have killed me if you hadn't.
I wasn't about to lose my best source of information.
Don't be so cynical. You're a good man, Roy. I got nothing on me right now, but drop by my place. I'll give you something.
Yeah, all right.
Hello, Roy. Can I do something for you?
I was wondering. I want to tell you something. Come with me.
It would be a pleasure. I prefer it when I'm with you.
Roy, looks like you're back in the neighborhood.
Always a pleasure.
Of course.
You said to drop by. You'd give me something.
That's true. Knowing that son of a bitch tenacity, I'd still be there. Here, I hope you like it. Listen, while we're on the subject, the kid, Innocence, came by while I was out. He told the bouncer the Resistance is getting a major strike ready on a train. He'll want you with him. It's a technomancer convoy, if I understand right. You should maybe find out some more. It could be dangerous.
It's my...
Late.
All right, for the route, you have to follow my indications. No way I'll let you try another path, okay? We don't want to end up in the marketplace. So, are you ready?
I'll lead the way. Just guide me.
I follow you. Stay on your guard, though. I think I already spotted one bandit while waiting for you. That's past the door in front of us. Get that bastard moving! There, on the far left now. Get that bastard moving!
Damn it, they got good deal of income from Charity's bar.
Very well. Let me count all this. My, now that's a sum. Here, have the receipt. And my good thoughts to dear Charity.
Thanks. I'll bring that to Charity.
Hi, what can I do for you?
What's the deal with this place? How'd it become the hangout for all the addicts in Shadowlair?
Not all of them, really. But if I told you this part of the city used to be really happy and lively, well, that'd be a happy and lively pile of crap. I've been living here for 40 years now, and it's only ever been a slum. The slum, like everyone calls it. Anyway, it's still found a way to go downhill. People weren't real happy, that's...
Later.
Roy.
Oh,
Of course.
honest...
I think they will think twice before they try to attack us again. Thank you, Roy. I just knew I could count on you. Here. You sure as hell deserve a reward after all you did for me. I don't have anything more to propose you at the moment, honey. Hi.
Any trouble selling under the table? The authorities aren't making too many problems for you, are they?
If they got me, they'd really get me. Things have changed since the end of the war. It's gotten real difficult. But seeing how I don't know how to do anything else, and of course it jacked up the prices. Hi, wanna see?
Show me what you...
Why do you worry so much about that child? Is he your apprentice?
No, I met him in the camp. He was lost and in real trouble. We escaped together. I guess that made us get closer to each other.
I see. Even if I don't really understand why you're doing all this for him. You're taking a lot of risks, just for someone you escaped with. Are you sleeping with him?
Mary, not every human relationship is about sleeping with people. You can appreciate someone without doing that, especially with a kid.
Does that mean no?
Fuck yeah, that means no.
Roy?
I was wondering... I want to tell... No. Hey.
Hi, what can...
Can I... Hey.
Hi.
I heard the Resistance is planning to attack a technomancer convoy. You know if the kid who was with me the other day is with them?
You know, I don't actually follow their every move with bated breath. But seems to me he actually was with them, yeah. They said something about freeing prisoners.
The kid must have thought his parents might be in there. But it reeks of a suicide operation.
Wasn't supposed to overhear their discussion. But I know where the attack took place. I can take you there. I owe you.
All right, I'm with you.
looked after prisoner transport. How did the boy get mixed up in all that?
The technomancers gained power at the end of the war. Now the right question is, what aren't they involved in? As for why Innocence does what he does, he's trying to understand what happened to his parents, and he's also pretty idealistic. He believes in the Resistance.
How can you believe in people who don't even have any special powers? He's gotta be really naive.
Maybe. But I think it's more that he really believes in their ideas.
Their ideas are obviously dangerous and made trouble.
Got one!
Roy!
Innocence! Innocence! Innocence!
Shit, Charity. It was a disaster. The kid was arrested.
I'm sorry, Roy. He seemed like a real nice kid, really. The attack was stupid, but I already knew it didn't work.
You got a lot of good information, apparently.
Some young person came here to hide just after. Judy. She told me what happened. And there's also someone sniffing around your place. A girl works for the General.
That'd be Devotion. She's his right-hand man, armed, from what I understand.
My poor Roy. You have to decide. You're going to need allies if you want to help the boy. And seeing I doubt the Resistance can put up with honor and vice versa, you should go talk to the two women. See what they suggest.
The lady's right, Roy. We need allies. Especially with all these people after us.
The lady's always right, Sugar. Go find the two girls. You'll see what they have to say. Roy.
Always.
Of course. I don't...
Roy! I'm happy to see you. Even if Marco doesn't agree, I know we'll need you.
Like you needed innocence.
Please, hear me out. You can't imagine how sorry I am about his arrest, but he wanted to take part in the attack. I think maybe we can help him escape when they decide to execute him. With your help, I'm sure we can do it. You know how important our ideas are to him. Marco didn't welcome you right, and he's still suspicious of you, but he's not the only one who makes decisions around here. Let's save him together, and then you can join us. We'll leave for Green Hope as soon as we free him. We hope we can weaken the technomancers there.
That girl looks like she really believes what she's saying. But who is she?
That's Judy, one of the leaders of the Resistance. They're the people who are fighting against the politics here, and especially against the omnipotence of the technomancers.
But you're one, and so am I. Do they hate us? Maybe we should say no. Once they've used us, they'll surely kill us.
I swear that won't happen. You're not like the ones who rule us. We're crushing the people of Aurora.
What do you do exactly?
We fight against the corrupt Aurora government. A government that doesn't hesitate to kill the people it just won the war with. A government that oppresses the people and leaves all the decisions in the hands of the technomancers. You've seen the poverty, all the checkpoints, how cruel they are. We're fighting to change all that. To restore freedom and pride to the people of Aurora. With your help, we can do it. We'll free innocence and go to Green Hope to ruin those monsters' plans.
Let me have a bit more time to think about it.
All right, but think fast. I don't think they'll wait long before they execute him.
Greetings, Mr. Temperance. I've been ordered to see if you've thought things over.
It's not really a good time. One of my friends,
We know, so the General has a proposal for you. He can save the young man if you decide to work for him. The technomancers aren't strong enough yet to counter his decisions, join us and he'll live. On the other hand, I have to warn you that after saving him, we'll have to leave Shadow Lair for a mission in Green Hope.
That's an interesting proposal. Can you remind me what it's all about again? What does the General expect from us?
The General wants you to join the group he wants to put together to stop the technomancers from getting more power. In exchange for your help, and in particular for your participation in what he wants to do with Green Hope, he'll have the child freed.
It's a big decision.
All right, come back and see me when you...
Roy, can I do something for you?
I was wondering. I want to tell you. No, let's go.
Hey, Roy.
There's something else I want to... Later.
It's good to see you again.
I hope the General will keep his word. If he does, you can count on me. I'll go to Green Hope with you.
Innocent Smith, on your feet, follow me.
I've had your friend removed from the Source prison. For the time being, the technomancers are unable to do anything to stop me.
Where is he?
I'm taking you to him. I had him transferred here, the Ministry. Do you want to go in?
No. If I do, he'll hate me. I betrayed his cause, his ideals, and he'll see it right away.
You were only fighting back legally and effectively. And you saved his life.
I doubt he'll see things the same way. Even if you fight the technomancers, you closed your eyes on the deaths of the militia. And that's the only thing that matters to him. You should release him. He doesn't need to know I'm behind it all.
I can't release him right now. What do you think his friends would think if they saw him freed? They'd think he'd betrayed him. And they'd kill him.
You're probably right, but he can't stay here. He's still too close to the technomancers. Send him to Shade Valley or some other small city, a long way away from all this shit.
All right. Devotion will escort him. There's nothing more you can do for him now. Ah, one thing. He had this notebook on him when he was arrested. There's a lot about you in it. Here, keep it.
Why am I still alive? Where are you taking me? Please, I need to know. Are you taking me to a work camp? You know Roy? Temperance?
Forget it. Enjoy the trip.
I've read this diary that Innocence kept, which honor is given to me. Everything he went through since he got to camp is in it. His story is moving, even if I realize that maybe I didn't make him tough enough. I didn't get him ready for what was ahead. He talked about the people he met, what we did. He even wrote whole pages on what I did since he joined the Resistance. I knew the Resistance had good sources, but I didn't think he'd hear about me helping the craftsman clean out his workshop. Nor that Mary and Tenacity were with me now. In fact, I was a bit embarrassed to realize that I was the hero of the book. Maybe that's why I feel kind of obliged to keep it going. I have to finish this story, so he can read it for himself when he comes back from exile. There we are. Green Hope. You know, it's not that different from what I've seen in other places. The dusty old hydroponics farm, crumbling under the wind and the war. When you think of everyone who died here for this. I was kind of expecting something greener, less desperate, too.
There was a lot of fighting here during the war. Lots of the buildings were destroyed. It was probably a lot more like you pictured it before, but I don't think we should hang around. General Honor is waiting for us in the western part of the town. You're surprisingly soft. Why leave your enemies alive? Didn't they attack you?
That shock you?
When I carry out a mission for the General, I have to admit I don't put on the kid gloves. I'm just a bit surprised, that's all.
We both know there aren't that many of us on this planet. Life is hard and precious. I'd rather not kill people if I can avoid it, even if I have to knock them out.
I see. What can I do for you? I was born in Shadowlair and lived there most of my life. Even if since the war, I've been doing a bit of traveling, of course. But I was always a citizen of Aurora. What about you?
To be honest, I was so young when I went to the source that I don't exactly remember where I came from. Probably Shadowlair, but I'm not really sure.
It's gotta be tough not knowing where you're from.
Maybe. I figure I come from the source anyway, even though I ran away.
I understand.
How'd you start working for the General? You're really young.
I crossed paths with the General when I was about 10. Took me on as a messenger, and as I got older, he gave me more and more things to do.
Are you and he lovers?
No, we never have been. The General has always been very respectful. But why are you asking?
I was wondering if you and him, if you were single.
I am. I've never really had a lot of time for relationships, unfortunately. What about you?
No. Since I escaped, I haven't really had time for that like you.
I understand. And being alone isn't always easy. But let's talk about something else.
You said the General took you under his wing when you were really young. Don't you have a family?
My parents died when I was around 10, just after my brother disappeared. I'm an orphan.
How did it happen?
My mother had an accident at work. They said she was nowhere near as careful as she used to be, and my father became an alcoholic. He died just after he more or less put me in with a friend of his from the army, General Honor Grant.
And how did your brother disappear?
I don't know what happened. I was still really young. He was just a toddler, and one day he disappeared. My parents said he was kidnapped. It's a touchy subject. I'd rather talk about something else.
You've known the General for ages. What can you tell me about him?
He's an excellent strategist and a soldier at heart. Sometimes he's real strict, even hard, but he's always thinking about Aurora. He defends the Guild like it was his mother, and I defend him.
Why do you defend him like that? What ties you to him?
Even though he's not always been that warm with me, he raised me since I was 10. And that's a good enough reason in my eyes, and he's a man who generates loyalty.
What do you think about the Resistance's cause?
They're agitators. They only want chaos. The Guild is already teetering, and without a general, it would have fallen already. Sure, they're not as dangerous as the technomancers, but they raise havoc, which is something we don't need right now.
You're a unique person, Devotion. Beautiful and, terrifying.
Why are you telling me that? Do you like me?
Maybe I was a little direct. Is that a problem?
I'm sorry, I'm not really used to that kind of compliment. Just wanted to make sure I understood right.
Might as well get that straight. Yeah, I like you.
Thank you, Roy. I like you too, but this isn't really the place for that type of conversation, right?
Do you know this place well?
I came here with the General during the war. It's one of the most productive hydroponic sites in the region. I mean, it was. The war did a lot of damage to the installations, but it's still a key place for a guild. If it were restored, it'd be an incredible source of wealth.
What do you think about the technomancers?
It seems difficult to generalize with you, but most of the ones I've met are unstable, egotistical, and hungry for power. But of course, I understand that with the training you get, and the gift that makes you different, it's gotta change the way you act.
You think I'm like them?
No. Probably because you left the source.
Or maybe I left the source because I wasn't like them.
True. I didn't look at it that way. Sorry if I insulted you.
I wanted to tell you... I wanted to...
Bloody vermin! Fucking slackers! They should never be left wandering around the village anyway. Gotta leash train them. Stealing our stocks? Maybe we should have mentioned we wanted tamed mutants, not a bunch of wild beasts or damn robbers. We should just make an example of them. Kill them! That's all they deserve! Bloody vermin!
Hi.
Sorry, but it's not exactly a good day for us.
What's going on?
Those bloody mutants stole some of our food. Not like we produce much, anyway. It's going to make things really hot. They deserve to get put down, damn animals. As if they didn't have enough with what we give them.
I can go see them?
That would be great. We need to get back what they stole and punish them. We can't let them get away with it. But, if you could avoid killing them, just teach them a lesson. I got a bit carried away earlier, but we need the labor.
I don't understand why this guy can't deal with his mutants himself. He's responsible for them, after all.
I'll do my best.
new face. On your way to rebuild the farm? Need equipment?
Any interesting rumors?
Bah! A really important group of technomancers showed up here not too long ago. But maybe you already knew that. They're doing something around a work site. Nobody knows too much about what they're doing out there, but we hear noises. They're digging. People are wondering what they're looking for.
Show me what you have to...
With...
You're not a farmer.
True.
Not at all. Takes all kinds. Well, maybe you'd be ready to help me.
What's wrong?
Since I've been here, things have been getting worse and worse. I'm supposed to replant all the crops, but everything's being destroyed by the moles. It's impossible to grow anything. So we're short of everything. But we should already have our first harvest since we got here. But nobody's doing a thing. They're too scared.
It's pretty basic, but I'll help you.
Thank you. That's real good of you. Got to say, there aren't really any guards here to help us.
Where's the field?
I'll mark it on your map if you like. More for you to tell me. As far as I'm concerned, things are at a standstill.
Might not be the best subject. You been here long?
Well, not really. I got here when our troops left, after the war. We were sent out here to rebuild, to make the farm productive.
I gotta go.
Shit, we can't stay here. They'll see us. Calm down. Try to look relaxed. Joe will be back soon. He'll tell us how many guys there are inside, and then we can go.
People are acting strangely. I should tell the general. Hurry up. It's never a good idea to make him wait.
So, any news?
Yeah, I killed the moles that were infesting your fields. You can go back to work.
Thank you so much. And not just for me. The whole village thanks you. Here, take this.
Thanks.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
I need to be alone.
All right.
That's great.
Go to Camp 19.
How do you know that?
We know because we had friends there. We are from Abundance. We were. Thank you for helping them. Many died, but some joined Aurora. They are content. They are treated better. We are proud to meet the man who helped the mutants. Will he help us, too? It's almost like Abundance here.
What are you talking about?
You must speak to the chief. He will tell you. He knows Aurora better. He comes from Aurora.
All right, I'll go see him. Can we talk about something else? You say you belonged to Abundance before. How is that possible?
We already worked at Green Hope before the war. During the fighting, we helped carry bags. When the fighting stopped, we hid. We hoped Aurora would be better. But we were wrong. It may be better in other places, but not here.
You must know Green Hope really well.
We know some things, yes, but the men learned quickly. They do not need to learn from us.
Huh. Too bad. I'm sure you know more than you're saying.
We don't know how to know if we know more or less than the men think we know.
Forget it. I'm going.
Roy, I wanted to tell you, I'm sorry about the boy. I know that he was like an apprentice to you.
Thanks, Mary. That's nice of you. I was wondering.
I think I can tell you now. I was born here, in Shadowlair. It didn't take long for the Source to find me. I think you had already left. Or I was too young, and you were too old for us to be together.
How did you end up in Abundance in that case?
My master at the time had to go fight, of course, and he wanted to take me with him. The Source wanted to refuse, but he had tremendous influence. I found myself on a battlefield, and I was horribly afraid. I think I panicked, and we were separated.
In the end, you went through what lots of other soldiers went through too. You were just luckier. Let's get back to my other questions. Why not talk to me about it?
I was afraid you'd abandon me to the Source. Of course, there are good masters there, but there are also... Anyway, I often served them when I was very young.
Listen, I'm sorry, Mary. I know some girls are abused, but... Anyway, it's over now. You're free of them. You must have a virtue name. Mary's not your real name, is it?
Right. I was called Mercy, but the name no longer means anything to me. Even if Sean used me, he helped me live again. He stopped me from going insane. He's the one who called me Mary. Just like the rags I'm wearing, I want to keep the name.
I understand. I'm not gonna lecture you about changing your name. Why not talk to me about it?
I was afraid you'd abandon...
Listen. Let's get... Have you already come here to Greenhope?
No, never. I heard about it, of course. The battles here were so big. Abundance didn't want to lose the place. It was such a key part of their strength. But that's all.
I want to... Later, man.
Hello, Roy. Can I do anything?
I wanted to...
Roy, I really like you. You're really nice to me, and for the first time, when I'm with you, I feel like I'm not just something men wish to devour. If you want to, I certainly would. But I don't mean just physically. I want to be with you, truly.
You're not just saying that to save your own skin anymore. I've been hoping this would happen.
Hello, Roy.
Later.
Hello, Roy. Can
I wanted to...
Hello, Roy. Can I do it?
Come.
At your service. What can I do for you?
I wanted to...
Roy, good to see you going at it. We're going to have some work here.
Why come here? What's so special at Greenhope? Apart from the mass grave, of course.
My contacts informed me that the technomancers opened a kind of work site here. I wanted to investigate further, but I was told from up top, right up top, that I should keep out of it. Obviously, that made me curious. We were only supposed to rebuild here, nothing to interest the technomancers. I want you to look around this special site. Tell me what it really is. I can't let them work here without knowing why.
All right, I'll go look into it.
What do you want to know?
How did you learn that the technomancers had opened a specific site here?
Devotion isn't the only person working for me, you know. And a lot of the others are keeping an eye on the Source undercover.
I'm going.